Nights like this, I wish.
That raindrops will
Ooh.
fall.
You gotta hit it with the fall. You ain't hitting it with the fall. You ain't doing it.
Shout out to Joe Blank. Shout out to Lloyd Banks. shout to Joe Blank and Lloyd Banks.
Oh, shout out to the Five Heart. That's Five Heartbeats, right?
Yeah.
Eddie Kane. Yeah. Eddie Kane. Shout out to Eddie Kane, man. Hey, this is Cajun Style Podcast. I am Knebby, joined by my guy, of course.
Man, it's your boy, Right with Doc. Eric Anders still needs to get a win.
Gotta get that win.
Until then, I'm your boy.
You can take bulldozer. You just gotta say it's your bulldozer ride with Doc. So you can still use bulldozer.
You riding in the bulldozer with me. I feel it.
Yeah, easy. Got this card coming up though, man. Late switcheroonie. They pulled the fastball on us. Gave us Brunson, Shahbazyan.
No 5 rounds.
I'm hyped for it. I am.
They didn't have those extra 2 rounds, but
I'm gonna be upset if it goes the full distance and it's just starting to get good. That we don't get the extra 2 rounds. You think it's about to end early? Oh yeah, man, you think it's about to end early? I already know who you got winning if you think it's about to end early. Oh my god.
Hey, no, I feel like it's gonna win. It's gonna end early for either one of them, to be honest. Because I mean, Brunson, when he gets reckless, he start really going off. The UFC Instagram page posted a nice little clip of about 7 KOs he had. And I was like, damn, maybe better than I remember.
That's because you only see him on. You only see him on
other people's highlights.
Dusted off, yeah.
It's tough. It's like, and it's kind of janky because it's almost like what you keep saying about your Maia, where it's like, don't rush him too fast, because if you rush him too fast, I mean, then he gonna have to fight these guys, nothing but these guys.
Gotta fight.
And it's like I was looking at the dates on all of those knockouts on that Brunson clip, and it was like 2013, 2014, 2015, 2000. Like the last one was like 17, so it's like, damn, bro, he got a nice little 7 KOs or whatever. A lot of them was in a row because I mean you could hear him on the broadcast. A lot of them. Right. He continues his first round streak, and then it's like 2017. It was like, all right, now you got to start fighting these other guys, and no more knockouts.
He just ran into some top guys. He ran into champions, He got the loss record on. We'll get there. We'll get there. Break down too early for the president. And we got some MMA news to talk about though. Before we get into the nitty gritty, we got my guy Herb Dean. I want to call this Dean Gate. They've been posting all of his on it. I just want to touch on it again because he came out and defended the stoppages. He said, "Hey, stoppages. The sale one, but that Trinaldo Herbert, that was a horrible stoppage. Don't tell me
now see Pessoa
put the hand up."
That's 100% the case, bro. Pessoa, and see, it's almost like they were similar in the sense that Pessoa also fell with the like, but it was almost like he played it with the
that was equally trash.
Yeah, he played with the I think I got hit in the eye, and it's like, yeah, you got hit in the eye. It wasn't no fingers, it was all knuckle. So he also did not want to get hit no more. But for the other guy, it was like I'm literally out. I don't need to take no more damage. His whole head was eyes rolled back and all that. Like, yeah, nah, bro.
They both had waved the white flag. That's where I.
Super fact.
Those fights. And then, like we said, he had to ask him Robbie Lawler one where, Robbie Lawler, who knows what happened in that choke.
Bro, who knows what happened?
It was just
who knows how many times Robbie Lawler knocked his ass out and woke him back up, though? Like,
he could have stopped that fight with Askren. Yeah, when Askren was getting dusted, I thought it was.
Bro, Askren would have had a lot less of a. Askren would have had a lot less of a argument than Lawler actually had, because there were multiple punches that Lawler landed on him. Where if he would have stopped that fight, Ben Askren would have definitely not got up. Like, oh, what did you stop? Like, no, you know why it got stopped. Like, that's stop for a reason. Like,
he had a little Dacky stand handcuff or whatever the hell they call one hand tied up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It was another one.
Herman got some pretty questionable stoppages.
It was another one I seen online. I want to say it was Joe Lozon had a back mount on somebody. Like pounding him out, and he had to he looked at him like, "Come on, dog! I'm not even gonna keep hitting this guy. Like,
you're not gonna stop this. You're not stopping this one today."
Like either you gonna stop the fight or I'm gonna stop the fight.
It took a cool 30 seconds after he got up off of him for Herman to still stop the fight. I'm over exaggerating.
Oh, but he got up. Herb was like, "Hey, you not gonna finish him? Hey, you want him to finish him? Well, hey, I guess it's cool."
he be letting everybody get their stuff off. Oh yeah, man. I wonder what's gonna come from that. It's crazy that they're now investigating Dan Hardy. I think instead of Herb Dean, the wrong guys getting investigated.
And see, that's the tough part, bro. I've heard a few people talk about this now at this point. I've seen a few think pieces online and everything, and it's like the consensus has been like it's tough for you to then investigate Dan Hardy, considering it's like you said, it's not like anybody's about to investigate Herb Dean. And not only that, I don't even think his bosses or whoever oversees referees is even gonna say anything about it. So, if he doesn't get reprimanded, if he doesn't have to get retrained, or if it at least get spoken to about hey, bro, what were you looking at when this guy's eyes rolled in the back of his head and he was barely come on, bro. I don't know.
I'll go and represent on the fast stoppage. Maybe
that was
I need to go to referee class and but yeah, to me that was a bad stoppage. The guy wasn't in any position to defend himself.
I mean, personally, I don't think I'm big enough to push nobody off of anybody else unless I'm just refereeing women's fights. But I'm not opposed. Not opposed. Maybe the 125ers or something.
Oh man. Well, we dragged Herb Dean through the mud long enough. We got some other exciting news. This is the good news. That was the bad news. Here's the good news. We got Khabib versus Gaethje set.
Oh.
October 24th is the date. Man, this is 3 months of top-notch pay-per-views.
Is that fight of the year?
No. Because September 19th is going to give us fight of the year. September 19th. Izzy Costa.
Okay.
Unless that falls through somehow.
Now, see, the thing about it is,
unless that falls through,
Izzy and Costa, they're not going to be going to the floor at all. So, that's the one thing. Neither one of, and Costa actually has a black belt in jiu-jitsu. So, Izzy ain't trying to take him down, and Costa don't even really care to use his jiu-jitsu. So, it's one of those things where they're clearly just going to go in there and try to bomb on each other.
That fight is guaranteed to end in the stoppage. Just 5 rounds. Izzy and Costa. There's no. Well, he did have Yoel Romero. This is a different guy. This is a different.
No. Totally different fight, bro. Totally different fight.
Totally different fight. So yeah,
everything that I said about Yoel,
guaranteed a knockout.
Everything I said about Yoel, as far as was it Izzy's fault? Was it Yoel's fault? I'm telling you this right now, bro.
You've been blaming
Costa. No blame. I'm not blaming anybody. I'm blaming the fact that they both just stood there you gonna come first? I'm gonna come first. You gonna come first? Well, we just gonna stand here. Costa, hey, bro, no, he's coming the whole time. He's walking straight through you the whole time.
See, the reason
if you look back at the Costa and Romero fight, Yoel Romero, bro, The one thing you noticed in that fight, his back was on the cage the whole time. Like, he was looking like he basically had him looking like Tyron Woodley when he fought Gilbert. Like, it don't matter what you're trying to do. Like, you're gonna be backing up into whatever punches you're throwing. So
September 19th spotted, and it's simply because I think we're going to see what we always see from Khabib. He's just about to maul Gaethje. All those leg kicks are pretty and stuff. You got good boxing, but you can't kick legs on the ground. You can't box when you're on your back. It's just about to be Khabib, what he does all the time. He's about to maul this guy. I like Gaethje, but I'm already giving my early prediction. Khabib by mauling. That's it.
Now, see, if you have this for Khabib,
we take the rock, bro.
How do you not have the same energy for Chimaev? Come on. Maul everybody, smash everybody.
Khabib has done this against top-level fighters. Chimaev has done this against guys who the UFC did not even know existed 3 months ago. Like I said, nobody's out here talking about. Nobody was saying, "Oh, Ray's McKee's about to go in here and give him good comp." Nobody was saying, "Oh, John Phillips is about to." Chimaev, I like the hype train. Good fighter. Pump your brakes a bit. Pump your brakes, partner, as they like to say.
Oh man,
they jumping the gun a little bit too early on the Chimaev hype. Y'all can keep this receipt for me. You can keep this receipt for me. Because when you go up to top 15 and accidentally get his break, like I said, I give Chimaev his props, but that's where it stops. It's the UFC.
This is what I'm gonna tell you. Chimaev look like he got Gaethje hands, bro. Gaethje hands could be wrestling.
We ain't seen him throw any strikes standing. He threw the Zohan kick, takedown. The other guy threw the punch, takedown. You talking about his hands? I'm talking about non-UFC fights. Non-UFC fighters. UFC, different league. Don't watch my blood pressure high today,
Now watch this guy to be uppercutted into the other room. Come into the UFC and also have success. Come on, man. 9-1 competition.
Oh my gosh.
I don't think this guy fought anybody with a losing record. Come on, man.
The one chick who got knocked out in 7 seconds was also 5-1 with 5. So
I don't know who was she fighting, bro. It's Cans.
It would have been a lot worse had it been one of those. It would have been a lot worse had it been one of her opponents against that chick who knocked her out. Amen.
Clearly.
Yeah. All bad. But then moving right along with some more UFC. We got Garbrandt. He's hinting at going to Flyweight.
Is that a good look?
If it's Garbrandt versus Figgy, yes. Because now that gives the Flyweight division a pay-per-view championship. Because it seemed like they just about to be all on Fight Night.
Yeah.
It seems like every Flyweight belt is it. So if you get Garbrandt down there, it's
they for sure hate on the flyweights, and that's been even since Demetrius Johnson, and that's what I just don't understand. It's like
that's a very talented.
I don't want to blame. But bro, like we're talking about even back when DJ was a champion, bro. Even back when DJ was a champion, and the main reason why they wanted to push for You said what?
They gave Cejudo a chance.
And see, that's what I'm saying. The main reason why they even wanted Cejudo to beat DJ in the first place is because Demetrius Johnson wasn't willing to fight Dillashaw because they wanted Dillashaw to come down and quote unquote bring eyes to the whatever. And it's like, bruh, if y'all tried to promote this guy who ain't lost in however many years and is over here mollywhopping fools and doing German suplexes in the arm bars, like maybe he would tell something like, bro, like he clearly had the film, he had the footage and all of that stuff. And it was like, you know, when DJ wasn't willing to fight TJ because TJ was already known to be, you know, not USADA approved, I should say. So the fact that
did you just pull a Greg Hardy on me?
I'm just saying, bro. It wasn't. He wasn't signed up for. I'm just saying, bro. So the fact that they ended up, the fact that Henry ended up getting the TJ fight and TJ basically ain't fought since then, it's like, and then they're basically trying to do the same thing with Garbrandt. It's like we just want to use this other big name, big face guy that we promote heavily in America because the American UFC fan base likes these guys. I don't want to, say a reason. I don't want to say a reason because I'm a fan. I'm a fan of Demetrius Johnson the same way I like Cody Garbrandt or these other guys. But it's like when you look at it, it's like what's so sellable about this guy that's not sellable about this other guy, bro? Like I'll be having the same issue with
of the ring antics. What's so sellable about a guy who's 32-13 that wasn't for a guy who was just like on a 7-fight win streak, demolishing people? Like Jorge Masvidal made that last 251 that much better because of his outside of the ring antics, his mouthpiece.
So
Garbrandt has outside of the ring antics. Yeah.
Does he have antics or is he just?
He's promotable to America.
Oh, okay.
At the end of the day, he's
to 66% of America. Okay, I see what you're saying. I got you.
Yeah, exactly.
Like the UFC's American fan base is
America.
Okay.
America.
America. Okay.
America.
I get it. I get it.
He's promotable to America. So
I get it. And see, it's no shade. It's no shade to the people who like these people.
Hey, shit, I like
but it's just interesting to me when you get on MMA Twitter and it's like the love for certain fighters is like.
But bro, we not on MMA Twitter in Brazil. He probably got them crazy over there speaking Portuguese. True. I can't translate that. They probably doing the same stuff. We speak English, so they want an English-speaking fighter. It's understandable at that point. So, hey, if Garbrandt goes down
at
the
end of the
flyweight,
day, we just got to keep doing our job. Try to get more of us to become a part of the fan base. So that guys like Demetrius Johnson when they get belts, guys like Tyron Woodley when they get belts, guys like Kamaru Usman when they get belts, guys like Aljamain Sterling when they finally get the title shots that they so rightfully deserve, and actually have fans. Because guaranteed. Because America doesn't necessarily like the champions once we have them. And I didn't want to make this a racial podcast, but I'm just saying it's clear. It's clear. DJ didn't have no fans. Woodley didn't have no fans. Usman didn't have no fans. And I don't even necessarily know if it was that they didn't have fans.
Woodley didn't fight. Woodley only was fighting once a year. He was fighting like once every 2 years, damn near.
There's no dispute. And he was also fighting. And he also was fighting with management, like publicly. Like Dana don't like that shit, so it's tough. As far as Demetrius Johnson, I don't necessarily remember him going like he seemed more like a company man to me, and Usman as well. It's like,
man, you be forgetting about DC and John. UFC is good. The fan base,
but see, I mean, heavyweight is heavyweight though.
Does what it does. No,
DC don't count, bro. Heavyweight is heavyweight, and at the end of the day, John like damn near light heavyweight don't count either. Because light heavyweight, when you really think about it, bro, when you really think about it, light heavyweight,
two divisions for your argument.
I'm just saying, when you really think about it, light heavyweight was always the cash cow and the golden goose for the UFC. Like, you talking about Couture, Liddell, Ortiz, all of these dudes, Machida, Rashad, Rand, like, bro, like, those were the stars that the UFC was built around before they started buying up all these other organizations and stealing all the talent. Like I said before, like, before they got all these smaller weight classes from the WBC, I would have thought the UFC would have been washed out by now. But they took so much talent from all these other places. It was like, now we got, basically a monopoly on all the divisions. And shit, John Jones basically mollywopped 3 divisions worth of light heavyweights, and it's like, hey, you ain't got no choice but to, you either gonna promote me or
like, oh man.
Like
how did we get to John Jones from Garbrandt going to flyweight? How did we get here?
And another thing. How is this guy just skipping the line? But I can't say nothing about him skipping the line with this one for the simple fact that he did have that crazy knockout. So, more power to
There's
him.
no
I'm not even gonna say that on that
guy.
one.
Yeah. No clear-cut guy in line at flyweight. And that's why you get a rematch for Benavidez after he got knocked out in the first fight. So there's no clear-cut line according to the UFC.
I would have much rather saw Marino, but Marino, I want to say, is only on like a 2-fight win streak in the UFC. In the UFC, at least.
What's some losses
Perez,
to guys in the UFC?
Right.
Perez, that are also in that same spot of line.
Right. Perez was like, it looked good, but it's like it's one of those things where I don't necessarily know how you give a title shot to somebody who was on the early prelims in his last fight. It's like, come on, dog. Like, we wasn't even.
And he hasn't lost to Benavidez. A lot of these guys have lost to Benavidez already. So at that point,
Benavidez ain't beating a lot of these guys again. So, yeah, it's. Now, see the tough
Garbrandt gets the cut, bro. He gets the cut.
He's going to definitely cut the line. It's tough. Like, they're going to have this is going to have to be one of those fight cards where they have a person waiting just in case. Like, it has to be like another high level flyweight fighter on that card.
What?
Just in case he misses. Just in case he misses weight. Just in case he misses weight. Because at the end of the day, for a title fight, you can't even be over by a pound. So, can he even make the weight? We don't know. I think that's a good fight. That's probably the most sellable fight they could make in that division.
That's the only guy.
And that's no shade to Perez or Marino. I think both of those guys have a chance against Figueiredo, but I don't think either one of those guys have a chance to beat him in an explosive way like Garbrandt. If Garbrandt beats him, it's going to be explosive. I think that fight is basically kill or be killed. Like somebody's getting knocked out, bro. Clearly,
that's a fight you can make a pay-per-view because of that. What is it called? Lightning in a bottle. Fireworks. Like it's guaranteed a high intense fight. So yeah.
And see another thing, even if it's not a headline in a pay-per-view, that's a fight where if you were to put it second in, like it could be second on a pay-per-view card, or a co-main event on a pay-per-view card, rather than somebody.
You can bottle that up with a. You can bottle that up with a Nunes or a Shevchenko fight.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because their competition is not there at all. So yeah, for sure, easy.
You can bottle that up with a Nunes win.
Exactly.
Oh man.
And man, funny. The UFC, they're even talking about Holloway, Volkanovski, Trey. Part 3.
Why?
And I roll with Max. It is what it is. But you did lose. As close as it was of a fight, you clearly, in my opinion, lost those 3 rounds. Unfortunately, you destroyed them. You didn't really destroy them, but you clearly won by a larger margin than he won his 3 rounds. It sucks, but you lost.
And see, that's the
next guy is the next guy getting his turn. Next guy up.
And see, that's the sucky part about all of these other dudes. I mean, we've been talking about this for months, how all of these other guys have been waiting in the wings. Like, oh, I got the next guy in my head of who I'm going to fight next or whatever. But it's just never been on paper and it hasn't happened yet. Like, a whole bunch of matches that have supposed to happen, all within the top 7 or 8 guys in the division, and none of them have fought. So it's like, I mean, unless they were going to get the title shot to Cater, and it's like, hell, even Cater at this point don't even have nobody to fight if Max ends up getting another title shot, because that's the only fight that's the only person who, in that ranking level, that's the only person who was even, available, because all these other guys are supposedly supposed to fight. I don't even think half of these fights are signed yet. So, what are we even doing?
They want Holloway to get that belt back. It's kind of clear they want.
He's so much more sellable.
Yeah, they're not a fan of Volkanovski.
He's not sellable. He's not sellable. I don't think they're a fan of. It's tough. It's tough.
Why not this?
It's tough when the majority of your wins at this level, this high in the rankings, all come by decision. Like I honestly don't know that they necessarily like Usman as the champion. Like with the Kobe fight, that was one thing because I mean Kobe was overly sellable to the UFC market, and wasn't that fight also on a card with two title shots?
I was a triple. Wasn't that the end of the year? I think that was the end of the year fight.
Yeah, it might have been. And see, that's what I'm saying. It's like they basically, it's like we gonna stack these with other title fights because, and it's like I don't necessarily understand why they do that, considering this fight likely is gonna go the whole 25 minutes. But hey, it's they time. I'm gonna watch anyway. So you know, but
I'll pay my 65. Like, give me all my.
Yeah, run me that. Yeah, run that.
Oh man.
Yeah, bro. If they do Volkanovski and Holloway 3 though, it's like I said though, it's like if having none of these other guys, if having any of these other guys fought since, like, bruh, half of these guys haven't even fought since Volk versus Max 1. Like,
exactly. Would they do a Holloway Volk 4 if Max wins? Do you owe it to Volk again?
But see, you trash as soon as Max gets the belt.
You gotta give it to him. But what happens if they be like, nah, Volk, you don't get your rematch player?
But
he gonna be pissed, bro. He gonna be pissed.
And see, that's the toughest part about how long they both been holding up the division, bro. Like, I remember we like I said, we were at the fight, Chad Mendes, Volkanovski. I said that day, bro, this guy is championship worthy. Like, in my opinion, Chad Mendes was he was the number 2 featherweight for quite a long time. In my opinion, he's clearly top 5.
He was the Derek Brunson of featherweights.
I give you that. But see, it's like all of his losses. His losses are Aldo twice, McGregor, and Volkanovski. So basically, everybody he lost to doesn't have the title. And it's like, that's the thing though. Volkanovski hasn't beat any of these guys in the top 5. Max hasn't even fought any of these guys in the top 5. So it's like, at the end of the day,
yeah, he beat Ortega.
Get Ortega out of the top 15, bro. He ain't fought since then. Like, knock him out.
Oh man,
knock him out.
Hey man, you better watch what you say to Ortega. He be slapping people. Don't get caught slipping by Ortega. He be slapping folks.
He won't slap me if you're in a room. Let's just say that.
Oh, your boy left? Cool. What was that shit you was talking play? Oh, come on, man. Come on.
Oh, man. Yeah, bruh. And see, I like Ortega too, but you can't be off for 2 years and still be still be ranked that high, bro.
You're not rocking
like
with
two years. 2 years, dog. Nah.
Hey, cool. Hey, man. We didn't got sidetracked enough. But I'm happy with that. That was some good back. I like it.
Yeah.
You got it off your chest. You finally got to say what you wanted to say to the UFC. But we do have a fight to cover. UFC Fight Night. Brunson, Shahbazyan.
3 rounds. 3 rounds is not gonna go 3.
3 rounds. He my boy think it ain't gonna go 3. I think it's gonna go 3.
No.
And 11 fight card. Who's the fight that got
it was Holly Holm and Aldana.
Aldana, yeah. I was trying to find that. Yeah. And man, this is crazy because they gave my guy Chris Gutierrez the opening fight again after he opened the last card he was on in devastating fashion. Y'all gotta move this guy up on the prelims. He can't be the opening act over and over again. I wish they would have put him as the main event.
Leg kick KOs.
Yeah.
Bro, anybody out here getting leg kick KOs, I'm a fan. Like,
exactly.
That's all I need to see.
And yeah, man, we in the bantamweight division. Chris Gutierrez, Cody Durden. Oh man, Gutierrez is on his 3-fight win streak. Like we said last time out, whooped on my guy Vince Morales. It was one-way traffic the whole way. It was one of those streets in downtown Long Beach for sure. You can only go one way.
You gotta be there to know. You gotta be there.
If you don't know about downtown Long Beach, you just don't know. But yeah, it was one-way traffic.
Man, and
he's one against
Durden, yeah, bro. This guy is on a 7-fight win streak. This is probably gonna be easily the toughest test of his career. But man, this is a guy that's been, I'm not gonna say battle tested. I'm gonna say this guy is flat out basically with the business.
Yeah.
I almost want to say his last fight might have been right around a week ago or something like that, if I remember correctly off of what I saw on Shirt Dog. And when I was looking, my guy actually had seven fights in the last 2 years. So yeah, like this little seven fight win streak that he's been on is all within the last 2 years, like all since 2018. He out here suplexing cats and bombing on them. Like the thing about it is, I just don't think Chris Gutierrez ain't just gonna let you do that to him. So I tried to look deeper into it to see if I could find like some sort of wrestling credential for the guy or something. He's so new, he ain't even got a wiki. 11 wins, 11 wins, 5 KOs.
That sounds like an L.
11 wins, 5 KOs, 5 subs though. And like I said, 7-fight streak. So all 7 of those are finishes as well. So he's out here coming out here to stop folks. I think he's about to get making in the head. So
he's making his UFC debut. So know what that means. Right. Those 7 wins again.
Cans.
Tomato. I don't mean to call them cans, but he's look like he's going to recycling center. And not to mention, my guy got an L on his record to the guy, I think it's Randy Hollis. Randy Hollis has 13 losses. So it's not like so he can be beat. It was a submission, and anybody can get sub. So I'm not even going to shade him on that. I've seen, a sub can get you at any time. You just got yourself in a bad position. But he has a loss on his record to a guy with 13 L's. You could be 11-2. It just don't add up. And he's going against a crazy powerful striker in Chris Gutierrez. Right. As we saw in that last fight with those leg kicks. So, doesn't he train with Alex Perez?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. I was like back-to-back weeks, too. I was like back-to-back weeks, too, bro.
This is an easy one from my point of view. I'm getting Gutierrez by stoppage. If it's not a leg kick, it's going to be a body kick or a head kick. But he's going to win.
It's going to be some type of kick. I can feel it.
Some type of kick.
And see, I got Gutierrez as well. This fight right here, I can almost guarantee is getting finished inside the distance. Because like I said, Cody Durden is not trying to win by a decision. So, I mean, clearly that means he's going out there. Yeah, that means clearly he's going out there putting himself in positions to where he's either going to knock you out or he's going to get knocked out. Like, he ain't never been knocked out before. But anybody who's that aggressive is clearly in a position to get knocked out. So,
it's going to be
somebody can stop.
A good striking match for sure. A good strike. And Durden's been putting them back to like I said, it just hasn't been UFC competition. That's what worries me. So we'll see how that goes when it goes. But I'm predicting Chris Gutierrez by stoppage.
Gutierrez is my guy. I got the odds on it. The odds are heavily in his favor. Minus 310. So shout out to the 310. Shout out to the 310. real ones know.
Gave him the Carson odds. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, Durden plus 240. Durden plus 240. They haven't came out with the prop odds just yet. When they do come out with the prop odds, though, I'm for sure putting a little bit on this fight, not going the distance. It's not. This is how you supposed to start off with. This is how you supposed to start off with.
Good way to
start off a card.
Good way to start it. Good way to start it. And keep it rolling. Moving right along to the featherweight division. Jamall Emmers versus Timur Valiev. I had the name, and then when I get to the name, I mess up the name. The Timur by Valiev. Valiev, you know, Timur. Mama named him Timur. I'm gonna call him Timur. Keep calling him Timur. So my guy Timur. This is another good fight. This is a fight of the night contender early in the card. Early.
That is something that I could agree with.
You can't agree
with it? No, I could agree with that. I could agree with that. Yeah, bro. My guy Jamall Emmers has a record that says he should be out here just putting in work and moving up the rankings. That was actually Corey Sandhagen's last loss up until that Aljo loss. Yeah, bro. He ended up going on the Contender Series. He had a loss. Went on a 4-fight win streak outside of the UFC. Got to the UFC, had another loss. So I'm sitting here thinking to myself, like, I'm kind of confused.
He can't piece them together. He lost to my guy, Juicy J. Julian Rosa. How did my guy Rosa just be popping up all over the place in these people's wins and losses?
And my guy and Timur actually got a win over your guy Chris Gutierrez. He got a loss. Yeah, he got a loss to him too. That's what I was gonna say. His last loss was a split decision to him. Came back, got a win against him. 6-fight win streak, 16 wins, 5 KOs, 2 subs. So this is more than likely gonna go a decision. But I do have Timur winning in his UFC debut. It's about to be tough for him. The one thing I saw that I think is gonna not necessarily go in his favor, Emmers, kind of a tall featherweight, Timur, former bantamweight, former bantamweight. So he's a little shorter. I want to say Emmers is like 5'9" or 5'10", something like that, and Timur is only 5'6". So if that ends up playing a factor, that might be a problem. But this fight, I believe, is probably going to decision regardless, because neither of them are necessarily finishers. Like
right. Not knockout artist.
Yeah.
Man, one thing I also noticed about my guy, Timur. My guy TV. I'm gonna call him TV. What I saw, man, he had violence. Like, man, he's throwing his leg kicks to like he's swinging a baseball bat. And with those tall, lanky frames,
probably where Gutierrez got it from.
Man,
not get kicked like that again.
It's not going to be good for a tall, lanky fighter in Emmers, man. One kick on that little calf, that bad boy's going to swell up. And he's a mobile fighter, so his mobility is going to be slow. He has a split decision loss to Giga Chikadze on his record. Man. So, it's going to be tough on my guy Emmers getting it done with it, because TV has very, very, very good striking diversity. Like his combos, man. He go watch the I think it was, can't think of the guy's name. Goddamn it, Tim West, something like that. He had he was throwing together like 4 strike combos, destroyed them. I know this is the UFC now, so it's going to be a lot different. But just to be able to already have that second nature of putting those combos together is going to come up big. He is making his UFC debut, so it's going to be tough. He ain't seen a UFC fighter. Well, he's seen him back in the day, but he ain't seen him since they got to the UFC. So it's going to be interesting. This fight is not going to disappoint, though, just because of the talent level that these guys have in striking. Is going to be a stand-up fight. Stand-up fights can never be boring. Unless it's my guy Nate Wood versus John Castaneda, but that's here nor there. That's here nor there. But yeah, this is going to be Friday night contender, I think. Or not a fighter night contender, but at least a performance bonus.
Performance bonus. Yeah. And see, I can see a performance bonus in both of these first two fights for sure.
Right.
Sure. Yeah, for
Easy.
Sure.
So I got my guy.
Only 11 fights too. 4 bonuses, 11 fights.
Yeah. Somebody in both of those. Better not only make it 3 bonuses. Hope they still keep it at 4 bonuses.
See, we gave out 6 last week, so we just go.
We don't give y'all 2 this week. We get 2 this week. Y'all make it work. Oh yeah, I got my guy Timur getting it done. Easy, not easily, but exciting. Very, very.
Yeah, man. I think his favorite. He's not as heavily favored. Minus 185. Emmers plus 150. Like I said, Emmers. The one thing in his favor is he's clearly going to be the longer guy in the match. So he can use his length, but like you said, hey, them leg kicks don't matter how long your arms are. So
right. Easy. And then moving right along, we keep the fight train going. Middleweight. Eric.
Hey, low key before we move along. Let's low key before we move along. Dana won Volkanovski versus Holloway 3. There go right there.
Oh,
there go right there.
You trying to get Timur versus Gutierrez?
Oh no, I'm just saying Timur versus Emmers is basically Holloway and Volkanovski right there.
Don't you? Poor man's version. This is homeless. Don't nobody want to see that.
I'm just saying, if Timur win, we don't need to see Volkanovski beat Holloway again, because then what Holloway gonna do? That's all I'm saying.
It's gonna happen again. It's gonna happen again. It probably is. But now we're gonna fast forward.
Yeah.
Now we at the middle. We at the middleweight division. Eric Spicely, Markus Perez. A fighter of submission specialist. Interesting enough.
Got a couple of those.
Yeah, we got a couple of those on here. This is the first of many on this card, and it's my guy Spicely's on his second stint in the UFC. All of his losses have come into the UFC. He's 12-5. All 5 L's have come in the UFC. And crazily enough,
only 2 wins in the UFC. So that's tough.
One of those wins is Thiago. Of all people to be in there, you did not out here sub Thiago Santos. Crazy. Like I said, anybody can get subbed on any given day.
Santos got some very questionable losses on his record. Very questionable. It's one of those things where, bruh, like, you see so many guys who used to fight at whatever weight class and then they move up and start doing better. It's like maybe you were just cutting too much weight, and then you see the opposite of guys like my guy Cannonier up at heavyweight, kind of okay. Move down to 205, kind of okay. 185, this guy look like can't nobody beat him. It's like how do you differentiate what's better, cutting weight or stand? Like who knows?
You gotta know yourself. Sometimes
really is.
Cannonier's size doesn't say heavyweight. His height doesn't say light heavyweight.
True.
He's only 6 feet at this point. Maybe back in the day he could have got away with it, but
he's beating the dog crap out of Chuck Liddell, like.
But not now.
Right.
Like it's too many of these 6'5", cut weight, make 205, and then rehydrate to like 235 the next day. You can't fight. They're just gonna have a
whole bunch of Ryan Spans and Johnny Walkers.
Crazy Ryan Spann used to fight at 185. See, I don't know where these guys are. Like, what's going on? So yeah, man. And even my guy Perez, even all of his losses are in the UFC. He's 3-3.
Yeah.
But owns a win over Ian Heinisch in the LFA.
I was just gonna say that he got an LFA win over Ian Heinisch. He also has a win over Paulo Thiago before he got to the UFC. So he was a guy who was facing tough competition even pre-UFC. both of these guys have over an 80% finish or over a 75% finish rate. So somebody's getting dropped. Somebody getting dropped.
Is this Paul Craig versus the Anti-Gulov part 2? Is this what we about to get?
This low key might be. It low key might be. I got Perez winning. I got Perez winning. Just because Spicely is. I mean, at the end of the day, clearly has had a tougher time against this high of a level of competition. And Perez doesn't even necessarily have too much of a better record in the UFC, I should say. He only has 2 less losses, same amount of wins. He's 2-3 in the UFC as opposed to 2-5. But for Perez, that Paulo Thiago win and that Heinrich win before he got to the UFC says a lot. And the fact that he's never been finished says a lot. Whereas Spicely, out of his 5 losses, he got finished 4 times. So
they didn't hand it. They didn't send him home. Like, hey, bro, thought that sub was gonna work. Not today. Yeah, I got Perez winning it too, man. So we agree in opening up the game.
Yeah, we 3 for 3. Hey, they all favorite though. It's tough. It's like I always want to say I know somebody's gonna be the underdog and get a win. Yeah, hey, minus 205 though. Minus 205.
Not gonna happen. Perez got this. He's the better guy on paper.
Right.
And,
right.
Like the only way he can lose is a submission because he's not gonna lose standing up. So unless he allows himself to get in some bad position, which he shouldn't because he understands the grappling game and the submission game. Like Anti-Gulov should have did last week. Like he understood what was coming, and it's like, "Hey man, you want this triangle or not?" There you go, and he gave it to him. Hopefully that doesn't happen.
Whole head in there, like, "Hey, go ahead and take it."
Yeah. So, I don't see Perez taking the L simply because it's his stand up is better, and these guys are very comparable in terms of submission. So we gonna see though. This is a battle of the subs. Battle of the subs.
Good fight. Another performance bonus contender if you factor in the submission of the night. Yeah.
If
make it flashy.
If he likes subs, who knows when
you got 2 guys that are this well versed at grappling, that's how you end up with those. Oh shit, I got caught in this, and that's how you end up with those random like dark choke out of nowhere that you gotta give a bonus to. Like, yeah, I can see it.
And then we keep this prelim going with the bantamweight match between Ray Borg and Joseph Maness. Sometimes they call him Nathan Maness. Depends on what you're looking for. I'm gonna call him 2 names.
Yeah, three names.
3 names, 2 names, double first name, Nathan Joseph, something like
two
first. Whatever you want to call him. Depending on what you type in, you don't know what you're gonna find. But yeah, Ray Borg, UFC battle tested, and Maness making his debut.
Bro, Ray Borg got more fights in the UFC than or as many fights in the UFC as Maness has total. Maness 11-1 total. Ray Borg 7-5 in the UFC. Oh, that's more. Nuts. No. That's the same amount. 12. Yeah.
Same.
I can count.
12 and 12.
Yeah, 12 and 12. Yeah. Bruh. I just said we've been agreeing. I just said
you better not do it.
Too many favorites. Man. Sorry for my guy. Sorry for my guy Ray Borg, bruh. Like,
you hate it have to be him.
Hate it have to be him. He's over a 2-1 favorite too. In my opinion, he should be fighting at 125, bro. I can't give it to him. He was ranked at 125. I don't even know. He might still be ranked at 125. I'm not sure. But I know the last fight he just had was at 135 as well. So he just fought.
He looked good against Ricky Simone, though.
He did, but he got beat. And it's like, bro. Like
Ricky Simone is the guy who just don't be doing.
I'm just saying, you 5'4". Like it's tough, bro. Like that's a lot to yeah, bro. This guy Nathan Maness, he was 10-0 before he took his first loss, and that first loss that he took, it was a body kick in the third round. So I mean, even then, like okay, cool. My guy's 5'10". Like if he's 5'10" and you lose to a guy 5'4", hey man, I don't want no 5'4" people
Jimmy
coming up on me on the streets.
Jimmy Rivera has been proving
saying.
everybody wrong. Jimmy Rivera, Cody Stamen, short guys making them tall guys look bad. Joseph Maness getting this done, and I'm gonna tell you why. Ray Borg is explosive when he's executing his takedowns. He's good on the mat. He's always good at getting to advantageous positions. If Maness doesn't have good grappling, he's about to be put through a grappling clinic. And I don't think he has good grappling. He's a striker.
Oh my goodness! So you trying to tell me that this guy is just going wrestling, nigga? Wrestling?
Wrestling. The lowest man wins. He already in takedown position, standing up. He
for sure the lowest. Yeah.
He already at the knees. He just wrap up, take down.
Oh, hey. And you just called exactly what's gonna happen. He's about to get hit with one of these knees. Hey man. Yeah. The one thing that I will say has me a little bit skeptical of my pick. My guy got 4 KOs, 2 subs out of 11 fights. Out of 11 wins, I should say. So we're talking about 5 decisions when you were facing non-UFC competition. That's a tough thing. It's almost like I'm looking forward to him getting a decision win over Ray Borg, which is kind of like a battle-tested guy. I don't know. Hey, man, that's what I said. Let's go, Nathan. Let's go. That's what I said.
Oh, man. Yeah. Looks like I'm about to be correct 4-0. I got Ray Borg getting it done. Grappling and experience will be the difference. Ray Borg is going to get his decision, but he might be able to pull off a sub on him. Might get the sub off. Don't sleep on Ray Borg, man. Don't sleep on Ray Borg.
Hey, no sleep. No sleep. Ray Borg is good. Ray Borg is really good. Yeah, he's good. He's good. He's just little. That's all. He's another one of those. Him and my guy John Dodson, bro. It's like, hey, I understand you. Maybe you just got tired of having to cut weight or whatever, bro. You 5'4". Like, I don't even think John Dodson's 5'4" though. So, yeah, bro.
Oh man, why you have to bring John Dodson into this? You just talking about all.
I'm just saying, dog. Like they, at a certain point, like they built this smaller weight class for a reason. Like Demetrius Johnson and Benavidez couldn't get it done against the top 135ers, but they were clearly good enough. Like, bro,
what about your guy Josh Emmers?
Josh Emmers he 5'7".
He 5'6". 5'6".
Yeah, 5'6" 145. You right. All right, I'll give him a pass. He's still gonna lose his fight though.
Oh man, no love for the short fight.
Still gonna take this L though.
No love for the short fight, man. You cold. You cold. Keeping it rolling because we chugging right along. For middleweight division, we get Ed Herman versus Gerald Meerschaert. I know he's looking to redeem himself.
He has to because that was a horrible performance. That was his
chance to get into the rankings at that point.
I expected him to win. And see, the tough part is this ain't even at 185. So,
it's not a middleweight. This is at
they fighting. Yeah, they fighting at they fighting at 205.
At 205. Oh,
yeah, they fighting at 205. I was a little bit surprised by that, but the one thing that's interesting to me about this fight is I think they basically Spider-Man meaning each other, bro. Like, first off, they actually look alike, like in the face. But they basically have pretty much the same fight style. Like Meerschaert, I feel like throws a little bit more kicks. Herman is a little bit more boxing oriented, but for the most part, they both really mainly would rather use their jiu-jitsu. So, like one of them just throws kicks just because hey, we gotta fight. We gotta start the fight standing up. Like okay, Herman short fuse. No country though.
Yeah, I was just about to say, man. He 39. He 3 years past no country, and at that point,
yeah,
all the good stuff he said about him goes out the window. He probably already forgot about half of the stuff he can do. He's not ready.
Bruh. Meerschaert out here with damn near 50 fights, bro. 23 subs. I don't know if he could get this sub, but I think this fight is going to end up on the ground for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, Meerschaert 2-4 in his last 6. That's not a good look.
And man, and the thing that really had me thinking Meerschaert like turned the corner, like, oh, he's here now. He's about to do it. Like, it was that
Durden win. Oh my goodness. Durden win 5. You just said he 5'6" at 170.
And see, that's what
at a certain point,
at 185 too, like.
Oh no! Wait, 185. He 5'6". My bad.
Oh
I
man,
keep thinking this is yeah. No, bro, you can't base your judgment off of Durden win. Although I got caught up in the same thing. I heard the commentary from DC. Durden is good. This, that, in the third. Meerschaert beat him. He good. Heinrich kicked him in the ankle once. Never was the same the rest of the fight. Nothing was the same. Ankle kick. Hey, you probably must have hit some cold in that ankle, but. I do got Heinrich. I mean, not Heinrich. I got getting this one done. The youth is going to play a huge factor. He's going to be rejuvenated at
205.
That's 20 pounds. Yeah, that's 20 pounds he doesn't have to cut anymore. And he's a big guy at 6'3". So I'm assuming he's going to come in a lot better. Hopefully he doesn't come in with the Gustafsson body. And comes in with keeps his Meerschaert body, because you don't want to come in there flabby and sick and get submitted by no country. But I think Meerschaert gets it done, and with a submission. I'm predicting the submission in this fight. Herman is too old.
Now see, if Herman end up getting submitted, I will be surprised. I think I'm no, I know I'm gonna pick Meerschaert. I think I'm gonna hedge my bet when the parlays, when the props come out. I think I'm gonna hedge my bet with a Herman knockout, because if Herman does win, I think he's gonna sleep him. Yeah, bro. If Herman wins, it's gonna be with boxing.
Herman got 7 KOs out of his damn near 40 fights. And you think he about to get another one this at 39?
Well, Meerschaert, hey. So you saw what Heinrich did to my guy. Hey, man. But yeah,
you seen Heinrich? Oh man. Yeah.
Like I said, bro, this is basically the Spider-Man meme. One is just the older Spider-Man. So it's like Tobey Maguire versus whatever the new Spider-Man name is. Almost called him Miles Morales, but this ain't no black Spider-Man here. It's just a regular younger Spider-Man, you know.
Oh man.
Yeah, man.
I get it. As long as you go with Meerschaert, you back on track. Meerschaert
getting it done. Meerschaert getting it done. Minus 190. He's clearly the favorite. My guy Herman, plus 155. They giving him a chance. I think. Like I said, I think his best chance is probably getting a knockout stoppage. If this goes to a decision, it might be kind of sloppy.
Yeah. I'm just hoping all of these are like Paul Craig and Gulov. Quick, fast submissions. Quick, fast submissions with a little bit of punching in there while the submission is happening, so we get all the excitement you can get in one short burst. It's bam, there it is. There you go. That's all I want. And we capped that fight off. It's done. Meerschaert get his hand raised. He get an interview with John Anik. And then they wheel out the bantamweights. Frankie Saenz versus Jonathan Martinez.
Whole nother no country member.
Yeah, back to back no country. It's getting exciting. Giving the old guys a chance. Getting the AARP card swiped.
Giving them a chance for that last fight during the Rona. Like, bro, how could you even? You gotta figure, like, these dudes are damn near at the age where it's like, hey, you know you at high risk, right? Like,
no, not at he's still in his 30s. Oh my god.
Hey, what's high risk? 40? Come on, dog. Come on.
No. High risk is more closer to closer to Dana's age.
I mean,
hey, it's old people who don't move. These guys are out here being active. They're trying
to make sure they still moving. Make sure I'm gonna make sure I'm moving.
Stay active. Keep your lungs healthy. But yeah, man, two guys UFC, like I like to say, battle tested. Saenz is a former D1 wrestler. He's scrappy. Yeah, but he also has a notable win against my guy Merab. The only thing I've seen lately, though, he's just been getting dusted off by these young guys who've been coming in. He's been last fight against Chito Vera. That wasn't what were they thinking in setting up that fight?
Yeah, see, that's what that was the main thing that I wrote in my notes was his biggest issue throughout his career was he was one of these guys who was only fighting once a year for such a long time. And it's tough because it's like, yeah, bro. I mean, he had a fight, I want to say, with Uriah Faber that was like 6 years ago, 6 years ago or something like that. And it's like, I mean, he's been consistently end of the year I'll have a fight, end of next year, let's just do it again before I close the year out. Like, it's like, bro, what else are you doing? So
it's like he's fighting just to keep his membership active. Like
exactly.
If I don't use it, they're gonna kick me out.
They hitting him up like, hey, you know that recurring payment gonna come out soon, right? And he like, hey, let me just pay it early. Like, all right, cool.
It's like going to the gym. It's like going to the gym right after they charge you. Oh man, I might as well use it now.
Exactly. And it's basically for that reason alone that I got Martinez winning. This is another one of those fights that I don't necessarily think a finish is coming. Unless my guy just gets finished for the simple fact that he's old, which I can see that happening. Martinez got 6 KOs on his 11 wins. And Frankie's been knocked out 3 times. So it's possible.
It's possible. And I don't know if this was the case early in his career, but in this later footage I saw, my guy Saenz has a bad habit of he has a lot of tails. Like he shows you he doesn't set up a lot of his kicks with punches. It's just straight up. My hands drop and I throw the kick. That's what happened with him against Chito Vera. Chito was able to get a read on him quick, started piecing him up, landed a nice little, I believe it was a left hand and close in the pocket. Went to some nasty. Luckily for Frankie Saenz, Herb Dean wasn't the referee that fight. He probably
still be sweet.
He's coming. But he's had over a year this time. He's been off for a year. I want to say like a year, 6 months, 4 months. So this is going to be tough for him, man. That type of ring rust on the guy who's 39. Lucky for him, Jonathan Martinez isn't this prospect that's just been blown through the UFC at this point. Like Martinez has some ups and downs in the UFC. He's trying to get it on the right path. This is the fight that the UFC is giving him to get on the right path. I believe he came into the UFC. He was like 9-1.
Yeah.
Now 11-2.
11-3.
UFC. He had any of those? Yeah. He hasn't had any of those like notable, significant wins, and they're trying to get this guy on the path. Get some wins.
And his last fight was a split decision loss at that. So that's one of those where, especially if they want you to move up, they're gonna give you somebody that they think you can make a highlight off of. And sorry for my guy Frankie, but
it'd have to be him. I think this is going to end in a stoppage simply because why else would they put this as the headliner for the prelims? Like this doesn't say headliner for the prelims at all.
I really don't see how that ended up headlining the prelims when you got Meerschaert on the prelims, right? And you also got Ray Borg on the prelims. Even Markus Perez, like it's so many people on the prelims.
Even Chris Gutierrez, like how do they kick stoppage?
That's
I think
tough,
they got
bro.
it backwards.
That's
I think
tough.
it's backwards. I think somebody messed up in the slots that they put in. But yeah, there's too many other big names on there for them. I guess they're Frankie sent out on a high note, like, hey, bro, we about to give you your headliner. You about to headline the That's the only thing I can think of. Like, he's been with the promotion for a while, so that sent him off with a main event, and it's like the main event in the prelims, and cool, he's happy. But it's a prelim big names on there who could have headlined. Yeah, before they
Meerschaert,
because it's
Meerschaert and Heinich, bro. I mean, I'm not Heinich. Meerschaert and Herman. That to me sounded like either the first fight on the main card or the main event or the prelims. But I understand.
Submission guys, they ain't rocking with him too much. He wants some knockout.
That's true.
Knockout.
Yeah, bro. Paul Craig was the second fight on the main card last fight.
Yeah. Well, no, I think that was the third fight. Third fight on the main card.
Oh,
they opened.
Well, yeah, because they had 6 fights on the main card. Yeah. It was still 3 more fights to go though. It was still he was still
Oh, bro, it was a 7 fight main card.
Damn, yeah, that's even worse then. Yeah.
It was good card last time. Good card.
Oh yeah, facts. Super facts.
And now we finally make it to the main card. We finally in main card territory. Middleweight division. Kevin Holland versus Trevin Giles. Oh man, this fight right here could have been the main card for the prelims. But yeah, I like that it's opening up the main card. Very, very good fight.
I like that they're giving both of these guys a little bit of shine. What I'm kind of nervous about is, first off, my guy Kevin Holland was supposed to be going down to welterweight. Don't know what happened with that. He took that loss to Brendan Allen couple months ago or whatever, or last year at some time. Got 185 and he was like, I gotta go down because some of these dudes can ragdoll me or whatever. And my guy Trevin Giles beat Brendan Allen before he got to the UFC. Also beat Ryan Spann before he got to the UFC. I'm sitting here looking at it like Trevin Giles. I want to pick this guy. I want to like this guy. I feel like Kevin Holland is just better than him, though. Like, it's tough. Like, this is basically a poor man's bigger version of the Neil Magny and Jeff Neal fight. Except for in this case, I feel like the Magny size guy is the better fighter. Both of them have only been finished by sub. I don't think either one of these guys are necessarily going to sub the other one, though. So I kind of feel like this is going to end up being a stand-up battle. And in the stand-up battle, yeah, bro, this is tough. This is a tough fight to call. I don't want either one of these guys to lose.
Oh, it sucks. Hate to have to be him, as I like to say. That's Dreezy.
It's gonna be Giles though. It's gonna be Giles.
Giles about to lose.
Yeah, it's gonna be Giles taking the L.
Kevin Holland is just a better fighter. He's even a good wrestler. And you wanted to mention the MMA math losses for my guy Kevin Holland. How about you mention the MMA math losses for Trevin Giles? He lost to Gerald Meerschaert. Kevin Holland beat Gerald Meerschaert. Okay. Come on, man. And he got the win over Jeff Hands of Steel Neal. You wanted to mention Jeff Neal. How about you mention him now, man? Don't give me about to have me on my Stephen A. You got
That's true.
You got to gain 20 pounds.
All my guy Holland's losses have been to top competition as well. So even before he got to the UFC,
right.
Even before he got to the UFC, I want to say one of his losses was to like Rafael Lovato Jr., who's the Bellator champion right now. He also got a loss to, forget my guy's name, but he's over in Bellator as well. I think it might have been Curtis Millender.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Curtis.
It was only one guy on his whole resume out of his 5 losses that he lost to that I was like, who the hell is that guy? But the other 4 was like, oh no, like those are like legit, like top competition. He also got the Brendan Allen loss, and it was one more.
Thiago Santos.
There you go. Bruh. I think Giles is about to take this L, and it's tough for him because he came into the UFC and they were thinking he was gonna like really be that guy. 3-2 in the UFC, only 2 losses, came over here or whatever. But hey, sometimes those are just the breaks, bro.
UFC comp is so different.
Facts.
And then that he's had gas tank problems in the 3rd round. That's what happened in the Meerschaert fight. Just ran out of gas. Can't run out of gas against Kevin Holland.
He looks like one of those guys who will probably be better off if he didn't have to cut weight to go to 185, because he looked like I don't want to say he looks big, but he doesn't necessarily look small. Like he looks almost like a Kelvin Gastelum type. Like, Kelvin Gastelum don't necessarily look
without all the belly.
Yeah. Like, I mean, he's like clearly a more muscular type. But I mean, like, whereas Gastelum was going back and forth from 170 to 185, I feel like Giles is more of a bigger, like, he should be between 185 and 205. But the problem is, I just don't think he's necessarily tall enough. Like you said when we were talking about Cannonier, the problem with going up to light heavyweight is at this point in time in the John Jones era, because before this wasn't the case, but in the John Jones era, it's like a lot of these guys are basically just shriveled up heavyweights. I guess you'll call it. Like,
you see a lot of these guys are taller than heavyweights.
Right.
A lot of 6'4", 6'5" guys are over there at 205.
Yeah.
Not seeing them at heavyweight for sure. For sure. These comparables, these same size, something like that.
Right.
You got Holland getting it done.
Oh yeah, Holland getting that done. Easy.
Yeah.
Easy work.
We're opening up the main card. We only have one disagreement so far, so we looking good.
That's crazy.
I want to know what you think about the rematch that's coming. Lando Vanatta, Bobby Trash Talking Green. That's what he needs to call himself. He just talked the whole fight. He just be in there talking.
Well, see, this is what I'm gonna tell you. This is what I'm gonna tell you. Told you I had 2 underdogs on the card.
Okay.
Bobby Green. Take a Bobby Green. Man.
And this is crazy. I agree with you. But go ahead, let's get to the breakdown. Let's see why we taking Bobby Green. Let's see why Bobby Green is being taken.
Yeah, my guy Vanatta, 3-4-2 in the UFC, 4 KOs, 5 subs. They had a split draw the last time. I'm taking Bobby Green just because he's a more active fighter, more experienced fighter. I don't think there's anything this guy is gonna bring to the table that he hasn't seen before. Matter of fact, he already seen it in the ring. Seen it firsthand.
That's true.
It firsthand.
But now
need him to not talk so much smack. Need him to go in there with a little bit more focus.
That's probably how he needs to be rocking. That keeps him jiggy.
Well, I think he'll probably have more focus than he did against Guida, because Guida was more like he. I think in the Guida fight, he was more doing that to hype himself up. Because I mean, right. You gotta be crazy when you fight against a crazy person. Like it's really no other way to fight. Like,
yeah, man. This is the crossroad fight for both of you guys. I know Bobby Green won the last fight, but he is still fighting for his UFC future. That Quay Guida performance wasn't the greatest. Wasn't the greatest. I mean, he won it. He convincingly won the fight. But I don't know. I thought it was a shutout fight. I think they gave Clay Guida a round or something. Can't remember what really happened on the decision. I just know he won it. And like Vanatta, he's 3-4-2 in the UFC. That's not good at all. he may be looking for a new promotion if he is to lose this fight. And I think he is going to lose this fight. Don't want to wish it on him. He technically did win that first fight against Bobby Green. The legal knee costed him a point. Ended up leading to this fight being a draw because he lost the point. They traded off those last 2 rounds. Now you got a 28-20. I think it's 28-28. Yeah, so you end up with 28-28. So yeah, he technically won the first one, but he want to be out here throwing the legal knee. Remember that legal knee? Oh, you want to throw the knee? You want to throw the knee while I'm on the ground? Okay. So yeah. Bobby Green's getting this done. His boxing defense is great. He's not going to get hit too much, especially if Lando's bringing that pressure. Bobby Green is a counter puncher. He really doesn't lead the dance too much, and that's what hurt him in the Guida fight. If he wasn't, when he's just standing there, he let Guida close the distance and smother him. But if you're going to strike with Bobby Green, he's a very, very capable counter puncher with good defense, and that should be the difference in this fight. I got Bobby Green getting it done, and he's the underdog. Is that my first underdog pick? Yeah.
Plus 115. Plus 115. It's not even nothing too crazy. Vanatta is minus 145. I want Bobby Green to win, and I honestly think I want to see him against Anthony Pettis if he gets the win, bro. Like, I think a guy that's this battle tested. I mean, he got 12 fights already in the UFC. This is his 13th UFC fight, and he came over from Strikeforce. I want to say he was also probably in like King of the Cage or Cage War. Yeah, I think it was King of the Cage. I think he was also in King of the Cage. So it's like he's one of these guys who's been in like pretty much all of the top promotions even before the UFC started taking over everybody. Hey, he's been around. Like, give him another one of these top name guys. And I mean, Pettis kind of need a win too. So I'm not saying Pettis will beat Bobby Green, but if Pettis loses, hey, we're finally at a point where Pettis doesn't need a guaranteed top 15 spot. So
you can't do that because you risk Pettis actually losing to a guy who's not ranked. Pettis can only lose to name fighters that
Pettis lost to Carlos Diego Ferreira.
That guy's ranked.
He's ranked because he beat Pettis. That's what I'm saying.
What came first, the chicken or the egg?
That's what I'm saying.
Oh man.
If like for example, if Roosevelt Roberts would have beat Jim Miller, they probably would have gave him an Anthony Pettis fight. It's like, don't keep Pettis in the rankings just because of keeping him in the rankings. Don't keep him in the rankings to keep the spot warm for somebody who you want to beat him, and then say, oh well, he only lost to this guy, and this guy's on the come up, so he only has to move down one spot. Like, no, fam. Hey, if Bobby Green is not top 15, let's see how close to not top 15 Anthony Pettis is at this point. Because what he looked like against Carlos Diego Ferreira.
I feel you. And
see,
also,
the logic. I'm gonna get in the light on this part. And see,
pointing like
you don't get anything for barely beating Cowboy Cerrone. You can't do it. Can't do it.
Oh man.
And see, keep the rankings for beating Cowboy Cerrone, because Cowboy Cerrone's ranked too. Hey, bro, let Cowboy Cerrone fight Bobby Green. I don't care.
Like I said, I hear you from a logical standpoint, but Bobby Green has not done enough to warrant the name. He hasn't done enough to warrant that ranking of a fighter yet.
His name,
you have to go out here and sleep Vanatta.
His name alone, and the fact that he's been around all this time, should be enough. Like, at the end of the day, when you think about it, they out here making OG fights. Pettis versus Cerrone in a rematch that nobody asked for. It's like, come on, dog.
That way they can both stay in the top 15.
Exactly.
Oh man.
Hey, you see who they are in the top 15. I'm just saying.
He's going back. Hey, don't.
Just saying.
Hey, what about this next one? They're giving your guy Randy Brown a chance at the top 15. See,
he about to take L. And he about to take L.
Oh my goodness. He moved to the welterweight division. Vicente Luque, who ain't never met a born fight. You don't know what a born fight looks like. Versus Randy Brown.
Now, this is more than likely. I know we said the first two fights, this fight right here, more than likely fight of the night. I can see a performance bonus in those first two. This right here, fight of the night.
I had it in my notes. Fight of the night contender, for sure.
Fight of the night.
And you picking Luque. I'm telling you, you're wrong right off the bat. Randy Brown is coming for that spot.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
6'3" from Jamaica. He gonna go in there and call him a dirty. He gonna get in there and go crazy on him. Luque, fresh off of that Nico Price win. Like, everything was good.
Tough win, bro.
MMA math is not on his side because Nico Price did beat Randy Brown.
Yeah,
but he's a big welterweight. He's 6'3". The reason why he struggled is because he falls in love with striking, and at the end of the day, he's a wrestler. If he gets in there and wrestle my guy Luque, we're going to see him Roxanne modify his way top 15. And yes, I did the Denzel finger point too. Yeah, that's my finger point moment of the night.
Luque has pretty good takedown defense, but he has some of the best striking. According to Stephen Wonderboy Thompson, is basic striking, basic Dutch kickboxing. I mean, I can't tell.
Wonderboy made it look like basic. He made it look basic.
Wonderboy is wonderful. I'm not that wonderful. I'm not that wonderful. In comparison to what Vicente Luque makes everybody else look like, hey man. But yeah.
He has the loss to what's the guy's name? This was beating people up at the restaurant. I can't believe I can't think of
Perry
had his wife, had his girlfriend in Mike Perry. Yeah.
Oh no, he beat Mike Perry.
He beat Mike Perry.
Yeah. I thought it was barely a win though. It was barely a win. Low key, he probably lost that fight. He would have lost that fight if he wouldn't kneed him in his nose and made his whole nose go into his cheek or whatever happened. Like his nose bone was poking out his cheek like right here or something. Like whatever happened right there.
Mike Perry ain't been the same since he got his nose broke.
Low key. No, Mike Perry ain't been it. Yeah. It was either that or that Jeff Mills head kick. It was one of those. Yeah. But yeah, bro, like I feel you. Randy Brown does have a good chance. He's a very good fighter. His two losses on his he has 3 losses in the UFC. 2 of them being Bilal Muhammad and Nico Price.
Top fighters.
3 and 2 in the last 5. Those 2 are the 2. Those are 2 tough losses. And my guy Luque only has 2 losses since 2015. Those being to Leon Edwards and Wonderboy. And it's one of those things where
top level.
It's one of those things where if Luque loses, then Randy Brown basically about to have him out here looking like he's the Brunson of welterweight. Like if you lose this fight,
it won't be it's gonna go two ways. Randy Brown is either gonna try to strike with him and get dusted off quickly. Or Randy Brown is going to realize, hey, I'm 6'3", and my wrestling may be better than this guy. I can get myself in a top, and I can get some ground and pound off. I can use my length, Don't sit here and try to throw Luque because he doesn't like to, but he's willing to take one to give one. And he getting the Nico price, yeah, he be giving them back. So that's how it's going to play out. I got Randy Brown actually getting it done. He may even land something sneaky in the striking. 6'3", nice long reach. This is the upset. Hey, we said it'd be 3 upsets every card. Back-to-back upsets. Bobby Green, Randy Brown. Easy word. Easy. I thought you would have had this one as the upset. Now I'm eager to see who you got getting the upset. I'm eager.
Oh, my upsets was Nathan Maness and Bobby Green.
Yeah. Oh, you picked Maness? Oh, yeah. Right. Yeah, you was wild. That's right. He said he was tall. He said he was tall.
6 inches.
He said he was going to win based off his height. Yeah. You wrong.
Hey, man.
You wrong.
Ask any lady if the extra 6 inches of help.
Is he going to help you in the ring, though? Oh, yeah.
Might help. Might help you. No, niggas don't want rings. Never mind.
Oh my goodness. Oh man. What's the octagon? Too soon. And now we done parlayed our way into the women's flyweight division. We get Joanne Calderwood versus Jennifer Maia.
This is tough, bro.
This is crazy because Calderwood was sitting pretty. She was sort of kind of in that title shot area. Like, oh, I'm next in line.
I'm going to tell you what happened. Go ahead,
break it.
She saw Calvillo move up, get the win over Jessica Ai, and then she was sitting there looking like, if I don't do something impressive, maybe I'm not guaranteed this title shot still. So maybe I should just go fight. And then also, hey, pandemic, if you're not fighting, then you don't get paid. So, that always has to play a factor. It's tough though, bro. Like, considering she was quote unquote the next in line for the title, not that anybody's about to beat Valentina, because not that anybody's about to beat Valentina, but to give up a presumed title shot to fight Jennifer Maia, who's clearly, she's battle tested. She's clearly a tough out, I'll say.
Right.
Yeah, man. I got Calderwood getting it done, but it's just not a. It's just I would have, if I was her management, I would have clearly told her, hey, stay away from that. Like, just you about to get the title shot, take your title shot. If you lose now, or even if it don't look impressive, like, you run a risk of, if this does not look impressive, they still might give it to Calvillo. Or if it doesn't look impressive, and Valentina is still out for a while, they might say, you didn't really impress us too much. Now you got to fight Calvillo. Like,
who she lost to already?
That's what I'm saying.
But Calderwood has been off for almost over a year. I think it's been over a year. You don't want that ring rust to show up against Shevchenko.
Rather it be against Jennifer Maia for sure.
If it shows up against Shevchenko, she's gonna have your head in the stands. She gonna land something nasty on you. So you want to get that ring rust off against somebody else who's top. And I assume if she wins this one against the number 6 ranked lady, she should still keep her spot in line. Because I know Calvillo beat Jessica Ai, but gonna do the shoulder. I'm not sold on like, hey, you move up, you beat Jessica, now you can fight for the title. Yeah. Calderwood did what she needed to do to be next in line for the title. So, like you said, though, she does run a risk of losing. I think a bad performance isn't going to is not possible. It's going to be an exciting fight. The only way bad is if Maia tries to like just wrestle smother her and we get a repeat of Esparza versus Rodriguez, which won't happen because this is going to be a striker's clinic. And Calderwood is just a better striker. Leg kick galore. Gonna have that little calf looking all lumped up. I got Calderwood getting the W as well. And Jennifer Maia's had weight cut issue. She missed weight in her last fight. Right. It's going to. All signs are pointing towards Calderwood getting it done. And I think she's going to get it done. See it going to decision.
Am I tripping, or is Maia the one that Chukagian fought before she fought Valentina?
I know she lost to Chukagian.
Okay, yeah. That might have been it. Then I remember before. Yeah, I remember before Caitlyn fought, she was basically in the same position as Calderwood is right now, where it was one of those, hey, you're supposed to be next in line, but we want you to take this fight. I want to say Calderwood might have even offered, I don't know, a lot of.
Yeah, Calderwood filled in for Vivi.
Vivi, yeah. The Kaylin and Jennifer Maia fight happened when Kaylin came back. She was already the number one contender, but they basically told her, "Hey, we want you to fight Jennifer Maia first." And she basically said, "If I can't beat Jennifer Maia, then I don't. Then I have no chance to beat Valentina."
No reason.
Yeah. So, I mean, I guess in that sense, Calderwood is kind of like probably in the same position. Like, first off, if you haven't fought in over a year, that means you ain't got paid in over a year. Second off, you got not only a chance to get money just to show up, you got a chance to get extra money if you win, plus extra money if you get a bonus. Plus, you can like double
solidify
your chance as a title contender. But what if Jennifer Maia wins? Like,
oh, she just wins at that point. She don't get the title shot. Calvillo jumps her for sure.
So if Jennifer Maia wins, it's probably Maia versus Calvillo.
Yeah, because she lost to Chukagian. You can't lose to Chukagian. You can't be on a 1-5 win streak to get that title shot. So she just she gets herself in line. She's in line like, I just pulled the number and now I'm waiting for she at the DMV. She just got the ticket. She's waiting to be called type of line. And that's what's happening if she wins right now. But Calderwood is next up. She already got her ticket. She's like, oh, B14 just got called. I'm B15. I'm ready. So she is done. She's for sure going to get that title shot. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know who really deep down on the inside, because they are already. Well, the fans know what's about to happen. I don't think these fighters think they can ever lose, but I know what's going to happen if she fights Shevchenko. But Shevchenko will be coming up. We're looking at the new champion right now, Joanne Calderwood.
Oh,
Easy.
Oh,
Triple Joanne Calderwood getting it done. Looking at the new champ, man. You heard it here first. Shevchenko coming off the surgery. Nothing was the same. Not wishing anything bad on the woman, but it's going to be tough.
Crazy.
Good cold man. Then we get to the main. My guy, Derek Demolition Man Brunson. Oh, that's not his name, but he out here with the go ahead. Looking like Wesley Snipes. Derek Brunson versus Edmund Shahbazyan. And everybody is assuming Brunson is being fed to the, what is it? He's getting fed to the prospect to look good for his highlight reel. I don't believe it. I'm not going to believe it. I'm not even going to believe my pick. Oh, you believe it?
I believe that's what they're trying to do. I don't know if that's what's gonna happen. The thing is, Brunson is almost 30 fights in, and it's another one of those. This guy has more fights in the UFC than you have total. Shahbazyan, 11 fights total. Brunson, 11 wins in the UFC, along with 5 losses, plus a whole nother 9 wins and 2 more losses elsewhere. So, it's bruh, like, this guy's been basically fighting since you were diapers, damn near. Like, little baby. Yeah, this is the fight that could clearly get Brunson over the hump. If he were to get this win, you basically got to put him in almost a one-off. Like,
he's lost to everybody he's the Tisha Torres of middleweight. He's lost to a lot of guys who've been champion, a couple guys who've fought for the belt. And Yoel Romero, he's lost to Whitaker, he's lost to Jacare, he's lost to Izzy, he's lost to Anderson Silva. And he has some wins over some good names too. Uriah Hall, Lyoto Machida. It's like he's the ultimate. If there's a picture for the World Gatekeeper, he's it. He's approaching no country though. He's approaching no country. He's 36. 36. He's approaching. So this is his last hurrah. I feel
like.
What you got?
I feel like.
You better not say nothing crazy.
He has 2 chances to win the fight. 1, wrestling. But I don't know that he can even out-wrestle this kid. Because Shahbazyan is one of these first generation. I didn't study wrestling. I didn't study BJJ. I didn't study kickboxing. I just studied MMA. Like, period. Like, MMA. That's what I did from the time I came up. MMA. So his MMA wrestling might be better than Brunson's. MMA wrestling. Like, you gotta be able to mix it all up at the same time. And another thing. The one thing in that's looking a little iffy in the light for Shahbazyan, he is 11-0, but the one close call that he had was a split decision, and that was the only decision in his career. Split versus Darren Stewart. Clearly, they made sure that this wasn't a 5-round fight for a reason. If it does go to 3 rounds.
What significant win does Shahbazyan have on his record? He's still looking for it.
Brad Tavares is basically the is basically the number 15 rank Derek Brunson. Brunson is basically like the top 10 version. If you can beat this guy, you can go to the top 10. Brad Tavares is, if you can beat this guy, you can go to the top 12. Like, same guy.
Oh my God. I just know he hasn't fought any. He got four fights in the UFC. Only great win is against Brad Tavares, and if that's your biggest win, it's kind of tough. I know you got to get to where you got to get to, so this is another step in his journey. I just don't know if he's ready for this step at this point. But Derek Brunson is prime for the taking. He's 36. Ultimate gatekeeper, but I think he's on a 2-fight win streak, so that's looking good for Brunson. And he has 100% takedown defense. So you're not going to get him to the ground. He's going to get you to the ground.
Yeah. Shahbazyan ain't trying to take him down.
He's trying to knock his
head off. Trying to knock his head off.
If it's a strikers match, Shahbazyan wins. If it's a wrestling grappling match, Shahbazyan loses, and another Modafari. Derek Brunson and Randy Brown about to come out here and steal the show with wrestling.
Oh my goodness! And then they're gonna hate it.
And you get. I say get the W. Don't you ain't gotta impress these fans.
You can get the W. If you can get the W, you get the W. I feel like Brunson is gonna have to do a very good job of mixing his takedowns, with his strikes, because he can't just go in there and only wrestle, but he also cannot over try to strike, because we're talking about a ridiculously good counter striker. And as far as putting pressure on guys, like if you let Shahbazyan get in on these combos, it's basically over, bro. That jab and front foot front foot head kick that he hit Tavares with, I was like ridiculous, bro. Like front hand, front foot, like it don't even make sense. Don't even make sense. Like,
do you think Shahbazyan is a better striker than Silva, Whitaker, Uriah Hall, or is he?
I think he has more size than all of those guys.
Oh man, you didn't answer you just gonna go around the question.
I'm just saying he got more size than all of those guys. I don't think he's better than Izzy or Silva in striking, but I think he's probably comparable with all of those other guys.
Uriah Hall, Whitaker.
Uriah Hall, that's another tough one, because they're both like very good at a lot of things. I feel like Whitaker is mainly boxing, and that might be because he's so small in stature and compared to a lot of guys at middleweight. Because apparently, he has nasty leg kicks, and even sometimes to the head. But it's like I just don't feel like Whitaker's stature for that weight class allows him to put together as diverse as strikes as some of these other guys that you mentioned. Like Shahbazyan, like I said, bro, I ain't never seen somebody throw the jab and throw the head kick with the lead leg like that smooth. Like he basically hit him, pushed his face into where he was about to throw the. Yeah, he basically like, and then was like, yeah, and it was like, yeah, bro, hey man, you got it. And hey, clearly, the UFC is trying to give him the same push that they gave Adesanya, where it was like Tavares, Brunson. I don't know if they're gonna let Shahbazyan fight Anderson Silva or anything, but title shot.
I think a win here gets him. Like the only logical step next would be a Darren Till or Robert Whitaker. Maybe somebody else in that top five. Maybe Uriah Hall. If Uriah Hall beats you, maybe
I can see that.
Maybe
I can see him winning, and if y'all will lose, he will fight Yoel. If Uriah Hall loses, that's not a bad fight. But I feel like if Uriah Hall were to lose, they will push him farther back down the rankings to where they wouldn't even do that. But for Yoel, like he's still clearly one of those top upper echelon guys. Hall is too, but they be trying to hate, so it is what it is. Yeah, bro. How many performance bonuses we got, bro?
You giving them out like you Oprah. You get a bonus. You get a bonus.
Shahbazyan.
This ain't got the bonus.
Shahbazyan, Gutierrez, and Luque and Brown. Those are your bonuses, in my opinion.
Those are the bonuses you handing out.
Those are the bonuses.
That looks pretty. Looks like that's what the bonus is going to be. I think it's Timur, a guy TV Gutierrez. It's not going to be a bonus in this main event because Brunson's about to wrestle him and everybody's going to be upset. Then it's going to actually take away one.
I think Brunson's best chance is probably one of those fake the takedown, throw the overhand, and just catching them slipping. But see, the scary part about it is Brunson has these stints where he just goes ape shit bananas and lunges in with 17 punch combos and maybe 3 of the punches land. Half of them he's 2 feet away from where he's even swinging. And it's like, yeah, bro. That's how he normally gets caught. Like that's, yeah.
Leading with his face, yeah.
Exactly.
So you got Shahbazyan, I got Brunson. We disagree again.
It's only like what, 2 or 3?
Yeah. Yeah, I think all the undercard. That's 3.
Yeah.
3.
Not bad.
You got Luque. I got Randy Brown. You got Shahbazyan. I got Brunson. And I got Ray Borg. And you got Maness.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Easy work. Hey, man, my guy Shahbazyan is super favorite. Minus 315. That right there is crazy. That's the craziest part. That's the hype train part. Like, I would have put this closer to like maybe 1.5 to 1, maybe 2. But the fact is, this is minus 315 to a plus 245. That's kind of like, whoa, buddy.
I'm gonna eat up all those Brunson odds because he's about to get it done. He's about to get it done.
Plus 245. That's hooking up a 3, 6, or 11 fight. That's hooking up a parlay for sure. Yeah, man.
Easy. Well, that does it for. I got a number. I think it's like something. ESPN 86.13 billion. I don't even know what these names anymore. I just know it's the UFC Fight Night. Brunson
and we back at the
Apex. Back at the Apex. Back in Vegas. So easy, man. That was the card, and that's how it goes. And that's how it gets done, man.
Yeah, man.
So, like always, thank you for rocking with us. Thank you for the support. I am Knebby.
Man, it's your boy Ride with Dot.
And it's Cajun style. You know what it is.
Never burn. Never burn.
Yes, sir.